You're listening to the Tao of Indifference, sex, dating, and relationship advice for an indifferent world. For more advice and tips, check out taoofindifference.com or follow us on Twitter at indifferent_D.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to the Tao of Indifference. I am your host, Demetrius, and I am joined again by my co-host, Delaney. How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
I'm alright. Can't complain. It actually did not snow as bad as everyone was saying. I'm very happy about that. I thought it was going to be a blizzard. I'm happy that it is not. I did put on my hiking boots, like I was ready to go, and it was kind of a waste. So, anyway, enough about me. Let's get to why people are here. The topic for today is a guy's guide to dressing for the date, or how to dress to impress. Before we get into that, we're going to answer some dating advice questions from the dating advice subreddit, and let's just dive right in. So, first question. This is going to be a quick one. It is from Statistical STD.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
I guess you didn't read that before.
I told you, straight off the top. The topic is, if I'm meeting someone from online for coffee and there's a table that seats four, should I sit in front of her or next to her? That's an easy one. So the question is, I know it's a dumb question, but the question does come to mind when I encounter this scenario. I typically sit in front of the prospective date. There's no right answer, but what I do normally is I sit across from the person, especially if I'm meeting them for the first time, and I build the conversation. And the next time that I go to the restroom, if I feel like we really hit it off, I might switch seats and sit next to them. What do you do?
I'll do the same thing.
Pretty much.
It may not be the restroom. I may just, as we're talking, if it seems to be a little more intimate, I'll just sit next to her.
Yeah, that works. Yeah. That was an easy one. Next question is from Plastics ENG, Plastics Eng. And the question topic is the line between persistent and creepy. So, I'm a male who's 23, and I'm interested in a woman who's 20. I met this past fall in my last semester in college. I meant to ask her to dinner in person, but postponed it repeatedly and ran out of time. I called her after the semester ended and asked her to dinner, and she said she was busy for the holidays with family, but maybe when the semester starts. It felt like she was making an excuse. She might be too shy to outright say no. I do think she has friendly feelings toward me, but not an overwhelming romantic interest. I sent her a Merry Christmas text on Christmas and a Happy New Year text on New Year's, and she responded to both. I like her. I want to be as persistent as possible without making her feel uncomfortable. What is my best move here? I have one free shot at asking her out again, and I don't have any way of naturally running into her in person because I graduated. I have her number and Facebook, but I feel like I should have done this in person the first time. Okay. Yes, you should have done it in person the first time. I really wish this guy would tell us how she responded to those texts, because if she just said thanks, not the best sign. She did say that she would be interested in seeing you when the semester begins again. And it sounds like the last time you contacted her was January 1st. It's now January 24th, right?
Yes.
So it's been 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
She's not interested in the date. So I don't think it's creepy to be persistent, because he's not hounding her. He texted her 3 weeks ago. But he lost his shot if he ever had a shot. She might just think that he's nice and smiled and said hello, but it doesn't sound like she's all that interested, because if she's 20, I'm assuming she can't be that busy. Unless she's one of those college students who is completely focused on their studies, which no college students ever really are, she would have reached out. So I think he can try another shot. Text her again and try to make concrete plans. That's not creepy. Nothing you're doing is creepy. But you probably lost your shot, if you ever even had a shot, which I doubt you did. What are your thoughts?
I think it's weird to say you can go on a date when a semester starts, when technically you should be really busy. If you're not in school, you should have free time. But when you're in school, how do you have free time to go on a date?
Well, they might live in separate
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I was confused about that. I'm like, wait, why
Well,
would she
if they live in the same town, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Well, no, holidays, families in from town. I think she just isn't that interested.
Okay.
Because when the semester starts is like, oh yeah, when the semester starts.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, great, I know after the semester starts I'll be free like this weekend. Like if she was interested, she would have said, I will be free, like I'm busy for the holidays, his family, etc. But I will be free January 10th. Do you want to hang out then?
Yeah.
She's not interested.
Yeah, that's why I said the whole, like, when the semester starts, I'm like, there's no real date in mind.
Yeah. So, Plastic saying, please move on. You're not being creepy, though, so you don't have to worry about that, but she might not be interested. All right, next question from I Need a Date. Okay.
Well, it's underscores in there.
It's I_need_a_date. The question is, made a personal breakthrough and actually managed to talk to a girl in a coffee shop and asked for her number. All right. And she said, no thanks, I'm good. I have a boyfriend. I'm going to keep reading though, because it gets better, I promise. Oh well, at least I tried. To be honest, I kind of do think that it was just a line and that I might have had her interest but lost it. She was sitting across the way from me, and at first I thought she was maybe trying to get my attention, constantly playing with her hair. She was kind of facing me as she sit sideways in her chair. If I had her interest, my biggest failure is that I took literally forever to try and even say something to her. Like 2 hours. Why were you in a coffee shop for 2 hours? Students.
Oh,
yeah, okay. I have some pretty large anxiety around people in general, so I was just kind of freaking out that there was a hot girl sitting beside me that I should try to ask out. I honestly felt obliged to do it. That's important. Please remember that.
Okay.
And that if I didn't do it, then she would think there's something wrong with me. After a while, she went to use the washroom. Maybe he's British.
Oh.
I struck up a conversation and we chatted a bit. What? Anyway. Wait, did he go to the bathroom and talk to her? I'm confused. Wasn't incredibly one-sided or anything. She was asking questions about me back. Seemed like she might have been interested, or maybe was just polite and friendly. Anyway, the conversation had a few lulls, and I decided to leave but asked for her number as I left. And she said she was quote-unquote good, which I thought a pretty funny response. I actually really like that response. I do that. No, I'm good. Anyway, not going to dwell on it too much, and in one sense feel pretty satisfied for trying instead of not being angry at myself later on. Just curious though, anyone think that at one point I had a chance, or was she actually just polite and friendly and had a boyfriend? How do you tell? For starters, it doesn't matter if she had a boyfriend or not. She wasn't interested. Mm-hmm. Like when it comes down to it, she was either not interested because she had a boyfriend, or she was not interested because you had a very long conversation and she realized that she didn't like you upon talking to you. Doesn't really matter. Like, don't dwell on that part. The thing you should dwell on is the fact that you felt obliged and felt uncomfortable and all these weird negative feelings about an attractive girl who maybe might be interested in you. It's possible that she didn't even notice you or wasn't interested in you, or maybe she was interested in you and maybe you blew it because you have this weird, nervous, anxious energy because someone's attractive. That's your mistake. If she ever did have interest, your mistake was being anxious because she's attractive and feeling obliged to talk to her because she's attractive. I'm not sure where you live, but where I live in New York City, you encounter attractive people every day. Yeah. Like there's an attractive person. I see a different attractive person every day, whether it's at work, on my way to work, on my way home, in a restaurant, in a bar. You always come across attractive people in New York, and I never feel the obligation to talk to anyone.
Yeah. Just
because she's attractive doesn't mean you need to talk to her. Now, it's possible that, if nothing else, she did have a boyfriend. So your main takeaway from this is you did a great job by talking to her. It sounds like you weren't creepy because she didn't shut off your conversation. You were the one who left. So just keep doing what you're doing. That is a great personal breakthrough. It is very hard to talk to people, especially if you have an anxiety issue. But the thing you do need to work on is not having anxiety about speaking to someone, because in the end, you're anxious because you don't think she's attracted to her. You should take that she's attracted to you You should take that completely out of the picture and talk to people just to talk to them with no goal in sight.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not goal driven, you won't have the anxiety because your goal is get the number, and if you don't get the number, you're going to have these weird, complicated, was it my fault? Was it something I said? If you remove that completely and just say, well, I'm going to talk to them. If it works out and she gives me her number, fine. If not, that's cool too. She's attractive and I'm enjoying her conversation. So just approach it like that. I_need_date_. Do you have anything to add?
No. I would just say as a tip, you don't ever have to feel obligated to talk to someone.
Yeah.
You don't ever need to talk to someone. I mean, in some cases you may want to, like on an interview. You don't avoid that.
Sometimes it is in your best interest.
Yeah, it is in your best interest to talk, but just because someone's sitting next to you, it is kind of awkward when you do like eyeball each other. You kind of do that weird smile, like hey, we're sitting next to each other, but
Yeah, I mean, you just introduce yourself and you talk, and she might have just been flirting and had a boyfriend.
Yeah, not girls. People do that all the time. They flirt all the time, whether they're in a relationship or not.
I definitely come off as flirty when I talk to women, just because it's my natural, like...
Me as well. People always, like, pat me on my back if I say, oh, you have nice eyes. They go, oh, I'm like, I just said she had nice eyes. I didn't say I wanted to take you somewhere. Like,
yeah. Well, do you know why that happens? Because most men don't compliment. Most women don't encounter men who compliment them in a way that is not objectifying,
mm-hmm.
or in a way that they feel like he's not trying to get in my pants. So when you do that, they feel way more comfortable and they're way more accepting of it.
Yeah.
There was a time where I was hanging out with a friend of mine who was married, and I had a girlfriend. I have the same girlfriend. And we were at a bar, and it was like just hanging out. And I was just talking to a girl, and I was like, you have a really cool shirt, and your hair looks awesome. And she was just like taken aback, and I was like, hey, it was nice meeting you. And then just walked away, and she just would not stop staring at me. And my friend was like, what did you say? And I was like, she had a nice shirt, nice hair.
Yeah.
But because I wasn't like, hey, you have a nice shirt, nice hair, also, can I see your boobs? Or let me get into your pants. Like, that part, they're on guard for it. But if you're like, you look nice, goodbye.
Yeah.
It's very disarming. So that's what it is. So that's what this guy should work on. It's just, hi, you look nice. All right, well, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get comfortable with that, you can hit on anybody. And that's actually what I did.
And instead of asking for a number, maybe he could say, maybe I'll see you here again sometime.
Maybe I'll see you around.
Yeah.
You have to not be afraid to lose.
Yeah.
Which is kind of counterintuitive. Do you want to do one more? Reddit?
Yeah, let's do one more.
We're on a roll. Do you want to do that one?
Okay.
Alright, so the question, it's a short question, is from Born Shot or Born's Hot.
Born's Hot. I like
Born's Hot. I think
Born's
it's
Hot.
Born's Hot. Like, what's the guy's name?
Jason Bourne?
Jason Bourne. I was going to call him Damon Bourne. Damon Bourne. Damon Bourne's Hot. How do people not get mad after getting rejected? That's a good one. I picked that because I think we're both good at that.
Yeah.
Wait. So his name is Born's Hot, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm going to read the question, and I think maybe it's Born's Shot now.
Oh.
I asked a girl out, and she said she doesn't feel the same. She won't even go on a date with me. Well, duh. She won't even go on a date with me. That was pretty awkward. I then saw her at one of my friends' parties. I made eye contact, and I didn't even talk to her the whole time. I think it is fine because it hasn't even been a month since I asked her out. Now people are asking me why I'm mad at her. Well, damn. I feel disappointed and hurt. How do you expect me to feel? Alright. I hate to say this because I hate to imply that there are gender roles and men should fall into these gender roles.
Yeah.
But you need to man up.
Yeah.
Like,
are we sure it's a guy?
I think it's probably a guy. Because I've never heard of a woman acting that much like a punk. Like, come on. You sound mad. That's why people are asking you why you're mad. And you should not be disappointed and hurt. Like, so?
Yeah.
How many people are going to reject you in life? Like, people reject you. How do you not get mad? You go after someone else. You just keep moving along. You don't dwell on the person who rejected you. And you can tell that this is somebody who thinks that they deserve something because they exist. I asked a girl out and she doesn't feel the same way, right? Mm-hmm. She won't even go on a date with me. What does that tell you? I asked her out. She doesn't like me, and she won't go on a date with me. How crazy is that? How crazy can she be?
Yeah.
For not wanting to go on a date with someone she's not attracted to. I'm sorry, Born's hot shot, whatever your name is. No, the reason how do you not get mad is in your very first sentence. If you go through life thinking that even though someone doesn't want the same things as you, they should still give you what you want, you will always be mad when you get rejected. So, the easiest way to go through life and not be mad when you get rejected is to get rid of that way of thinking. You can't always get what you want. That's it. You can't always get what you want. Born's hot. Anything to add?
No.
Yeah,
just...
It's the entitlement on this
Yeah,
one.
I know.
Way to kill our good vibe, Born Shot. God.
Yeah, both of them are arrogant names. I'm a Born Shot, like a shot caller, or Born's hot, like I was born. Like a god
like
among men or something.
Oh my god, I don't like him. He ruined my day. I'm gonna cry after this. Alright, on to the topic. Here's your guy's guide for how to dress to impress. Would you say that you dress well?
Most of the time.
Most of the time. We are looking very casual right now. We do look like we do not want to impress anyone right now.
Not maybe in the woods we can impress a few people.
Yeah, we are wearing hiking boots and whatnot. Yeah. But we're not going. Well, I'm going. You're going on a date later, so.
I have a dress shirt underneath.
Nice.
So
that takes us to the first point.
Yeah.
Always wear a shirt with a collar. I always wear a shirt with a collar when I'm going out. Yeah. Especially if I'm going on dates, and I still do, even though I'm in a relationship. The last date I went on, we did a really nice dinner in the West Village, and I was wearing a jacket and shirt. Of course, you don't have to wear a dress shirt like you're wearing. Mm-hmm. It could be a polo shirt if it's weather and location appropriate. Flannel shirt.
I don't have any of those.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever suits you. You don't have to wear a flannel shirt if you're going out. You don't have to wear a polo shirt. It's really all about whatever your style is. There is a shirt with a collar that you can wear. It could be a rugby shirt. I mean, you know what rugby shirts look like.
Yeah,
right?
like a stripe.
They're basically they're long sleeve polo shirts with stripes.
I used to wear those kind of shirts.
Yeah, they're nice. I think I own pretty much everything on the list: polo shirt, linen shirt, denim shirt.
I have a denim short sleeve collar. I think you saw it.
Yeah. It's as long as you're wearing a collar, you're good. You basically want to avoid wearing a t-shirt, a V-neck, an A-neck, which is the white beaters, tank tops.
Oh,
they're formerly called A-necks.
Not a U. They look more like a U.
I don't know. Oh. Don't ask me. But point being, wear a shirt with a collar. And second point is to make sure you're not wrinkled. Wrinkles are your enemy. Now, whether you iron your clothes or steam, I prefer steaming my clothes. You can't show up to a date looking like you rolled out of bed. It just is not going to help you impress your date. Now, you can show up and I just want to stress that no matter what you're wearing, as long as you take these steps, it doesn't have to be the nicest shirt. It doesn't have to be the most expensive shirt. You can go on a date and wear a $10 polo shirt, and it looks much better if you don't have wrinkles in it or all the other things. So you want to avoid being wrinkled, if anything. And I link to, in the post that I wrote, some tips on how to iron dress shirts, because not everyone knows how to iron, and not everyone grew up ironing for themselves. I was lucky enough to do that. You know how to iron, but not everyone knows how to iron. And not just your shirts, but you need to make sure your pants aren't wrinkled. If you're wearing jeans, you probably have to worry about it a little less, because once you wear jeans, they sort of unwrinkle.
Yeah.
But if they're fresh out of the wash, they're probably pretty wrinkled, so you want to steam them. But don't iron. You never iron jeans because they leave weird creases and you look...
Marks. Yeah.
Yeah, you just look like Seinfeld, You got your tucked-in shirt and your jeans and running shoes. You can't have stains on your clothing. the big spotchy stains, or like, you shouldn't look like you just hung out with Jackson Pollock. Your shirt needs to be nice and neat. Pants need to be nice and neat. Basically, you need to look neat and look like the neatest version of yourself. No strong odors. That's a gimme.
Yeah.
You can't show up smelling bad, and you also can't show up smelling strongly. So if you're going to wear cologne, you have to do very little, and I would warn you against ever wearing like an Axe body spray. Have you ever worn an Axe body spray?
No.
I did. When it first came out. Yeah.
Oh.
God,
I've used it when I've like slept over a guy's friend's house and I forgot to bring deodorant, so I've used it in like those situations, but not like I bought it myself.
I definitely used to wear Axe body spray when I was
I've had Axe like shampoo or body wash, but never like.
Their deodorant's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the body spray, it not only smells bad, but the idea of wearing Axe is going to be repellent to your date. Like, no girl's ever like, oh yeah, he was wearing Axe body spray, so I had sex with him. No girl's ever going to throw you one if you are wearing Axe body spray. I'm sorry, their marketing is lying to you.
Old Spice is pretty good.
Cologne?
No, deodorant. I use the deodorant.
Oh, I actually am a big fan of the, now we're just talking about like grooming products. I'm a big fan of Arm & Hammer deodorant.
Oh yeah.
Arm &
Fresh
Hammer
Scent? Which one do you use?
Oh, Fresh Scent.
Oh.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it lasts a while.
Yeah. It literally, I need to scrub it out of my armpits like the next day. So, pro tip, guys, if you are a large, sweaty man, like I am a 6'2", well over 200-pound man, and I sweat like a 6'2", well over 200-pound man. You should wear Arm & Hammer brand deodorant. I swear to you, if you are like, oh, I don't know, I go on dates and I smell good, and by the end of the date I'm all sweaty and smell, Arm & Hammer deodorant is your friend. I promise you, like, you won't smell for 2 days if you're wearing Arm & Hammer deodorant.
Yes.
And I legitimately have done that after sleeping over someone's apartment.
I've done it as well.
You're just like, I'm still good. Degree will evaporate in 4 hours. Arm & Hammer needs like a full-on like scrubbing your armpit with a loofah.
Even if I've worked out, like, within, I still smell.
Arm & Hammer, well, I mean, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And if you're a guy and you don't know how to apply cologne, this is how you do it. If you want to do it in a way that is sexy to the woman, and I will explain why. You touch apply it to your inside of your wrist just once, and then with your wrist, not with the spray bottle, you apply it under your ear and right next to the jaw on your neck. So it's just below, you tap and you tap. So you will smell like your cologne, but you will not smell strongly of your cologne. And the only people who will smell your cologne are the people who are coming in close to talk to you, i.e. the person you're on your date with.
Or if you get a dance, that'll be a good
You
time.
get a dance, if you kiss them goodbye.
Yeah.
They're not going to smell your cologne until you hug them, kiss them. It's going to be like, oh wow, I didn't know, it smells really good too. If you can't afford a good cologne, just don't wear cologne. Let your body do the work for you. The most arousing scent for a woman usually is your own pheromone. If she's attracted to you, it's your body odor. Now, you don't want to smell completely bad, but everyone has a certain scent, and you're better off not putting on cheap cologne from a discount store. Just don't wear cologne if that's the case. You can do all these tips on a budget, and if you don't have the money to buy, cologne's one of those things where if you don't have the money to buy a nice one, don't buy one, because most of them are trash, and they actually will irritate your skin. Personally, I wear Issey Miyake. That's the only cologne I wear. Do you wear cologne?
I wore the Infinity one from Sephora. It's a gold bottle. It smells really good. It's from France.
I think most colognes are.
Oh yeah, well it smelled really good. I probably would buy one again today.
I mean, don't buy it.
Well, not today, but
no, I've only ever worn Issey Miyake. And the only reason I wear it is because someone gave it to me as a gift when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
But it also is like if you look it up, it's a really good cologne. It has like florals. If you're a guy and you're thinking about getting a cologne, just the regular Issey Miyake. It's a great smell. It's a great scent, and they carry it pretty much everywhere. And it's a solid cologne. And it's not like it won't ever be on trend. It won't ever stop being made. Excuse me. So Fifth tip is wear clothes that fit. This is the most important. And again, do this on a budget. If you don't, but you have to wear clothes that fit you the day of your date. That is the most important part. If you used to be a size 32 waist and you are now a size 38 waist, you need to have pants that are a size 38 waist. If you used to be a triple X and you are now a large, you need to have clothes that are large. I'm not saying that you need to go out and get a suit and tie, all that. No, what I'm saying is, whatever your size is right now, even if you need to go get the cheapest version of clothes that fit in that size, you need to be wearing clothes that fit on the day of your date. It's that simple. You can't show up too baggy, too tight. Just as a good rule of thumb, you should feel your clothes when you move and make a turn and lift your arms up. So if you're wearing a shirt right now and it's tucked in, turn your body left to right. If it's really tight on your stomach, it's too small. If you can't button your top button, it's too small. If your sleeves don't hit just above your wrist, literally, I would say less than half an inch above your wrist, right where your thumb muscle meets your wrist, then your shirt is probably too short. If it goes longer than that, if your sleeve is going closer to your thumb, inside your palm, it's too long. Your neck you should be able to put a finger, if you close your collar, you should be able to put your pinky finger in between the collar and your neck itself. If you can't do that, if it's struggling to get there, or if you can fit your whole hand down your collar once it's buttoned to the top button, doesn't fit you. You need to get clothes that fit. You can go to a tailor and get measured and not buy anything. You can go to Men's Warehouse and get measured and not buy anything. You can say, hey, I'm looking to get a suit. I'm not sure what I'm going to get. Do you mind measuring me? And they'll measure you very quickly, and you need to write those measurements down. And if you don't own a suit and maybe you don't feel comfortable in a suit, they generally, as a good rule of thumb, if you're buying a suit jacket for the first time, whatever your jacket size is, -8 is usually what your waist is. So if you know what your waist size is, you should know what size jacket you wear. If your waist is a 38 plus 8, 46. And so on and so forth. Most people fit that way unless you are very, very, very overweight, because then your body doesn't conform to those proportions. But most men fit those proportions. That's why suits are made like that. If you buy a suit and it's a size 46 suit, your waist is a 38. And I did, in the article I posted some of the looks, casual, business casual, dressy. So casual is a good rule of thumb. You can wear any kind of pant. On a date, you should not wear shorts unless you live in a place that is only shorts wearing, like say, a Caribbean island.
Yeah.
Like even if you're in Miami, put on some pants if you're going on a date. Any kind of pant can be casual. You want to wear any kind of footwear, but just except running shoes. Running shoes are never appropriate date wear unless you're going on a running date. I would avoid wearing really, really nice shoes on a casual outfit. If you're don't wear your double monk shoes, the ones that have 2 straps instead of.
Oh yeah.
You can't wear double monks and then
those are nice.
Yeah, well, I got a pair. You can't wear double monks and then wear, a ratted t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's just, you look foolish. Whatever your footwear is should really dictate what the rest of your outfit is. If you're wearing boat shoes, you probably can't wear, a nice, if you're wearing boat shoes, you probably shouldn't wear a suit unless it's a casual suit.
Mm.
There's lots of different degrees of it, but your shoes often dictate the rest of the outfit and vice versa. You don't have to tuck in if you're wearing casual. A lot of times when I'm going on a casual date, I'll wear a collared shirt. Usually it's like a flannel or like a casual shirt, like a linen shirt. Roll my sleeves up, leave the top button unbuttoned. If you're casual, don't button the top button. You look like a cholo. Don't tuck it in, and usually jeans, and I'll wear what do you call those sneakers? Oh, God, I just blanked on them. Vans. Yeah, like a simple, not even a tennis shoe. I don't even know what you call those sneakers.
China shoes?
China shoes?
Like with the
Keds?
Is that what they call?
I don't even know what those sneakers are called.
Well, martial arts wear them, Chinese slippers or.
Oh, you mean like espadrilles?
I don't know what those are.
Oh my god. You're terrible. It's like a casual sneaker that's not athletic. I forget what you call it. But they're like not Skechers. Oh my god. Come see what you say.
Slip-in sneakers?
Yeah, slip-ons.
Slip-ons, yeah.
Yeah, like casual sneakers. If I'm going business casual, I will either wear like a nice looking sneaker or shoes. But my shoes can't be too formal. I'm not wearing tuxedo shoes on a date. It's not really the best move. You can wear jeans. You can also switch it to like khakis, even wool pants. You know, like you can wear a suit and just unbutton. You don't have to wear a suit jacket. I usually do, when I'm doing business casual, I usually do like a suit jacket, a casual shirt, untucked, maybe tucked, jeans,
Yeah.
and I can pull off sneakers. If you're going dressy, shoes are your best bet. You can go jeans, but they gotta be dark jeans. If you're wearing light jeans, it looks a little less dressy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you usually wear on a date?
Depends. Today I'm wearing some boots, some jeans, and a dress shirt.
Nice.
My last date, I wore a suit. And
Really?
Yeah, it was a suit that was too tight, so
wow.
so I didn't wear my size.
Well, there you go.
And we were at a movie. We were at dinner
Why'd
and
you
movie.
wear a suit?
No, but it was
Oh,
dinner
yeah.
and
Oh,
a
okay.
movie, so it wasn't. But I was a little upset in the movie because I had to keep adjusting my pants while watching the movie.
Oh man. So now you know. You gotta wear the right fit.
I put on some weight during the last time I wore that suit and that day,
Oh,
so
man.
I didn't know I gained so much weight.
You know, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
We can't be skinny forever.
Yeah.
Well, especially not you, because you're skinny forever. I think that's it. Do you have any more tips?
On dressing,
Dress to impress.
Oh,
Most important. Nothing with logos. Nothing with oversized logos.
Oh.
So you know those dress shirts that have like, especially like
Polo US.
Yeah, but there's the kind of polo, the Ralph Lauren polo shirt that has the oversized polo player on a horse, where it's like the size of someone's like left breast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, don't wear those.
Yeah.
Avoid anything garish, I think, is a good one. Don't wear something that draws too much attention to yourself.
Yeah.
The whole peacocking thing is, you don't need to be peacocking if you're already on a date. You're not trying to draw attention to yourself.
Yeah. And I would say don't wear something that you would only wear one time, because she may like your partner may expect that look another time. You're like, oh no, that was just a one date type of thing. Like.
So basically, I shouldn't wear a tuxedo on the first date because I only have one.
Yeah. So like it's not.
Well, no, it's a good example of that is I've done that where I've specifically bought like I'm gonna buy a really nice shirt for this date, and the shirt was like $80.
Yeah.
And that was the only $80 shirt I have. And then it's like, well, I'll only wear it on dates. And then it's like, well, it has to be a specific date.
Yeah.
Don't blow your money on buying something that you can only wear on dates. Like most of my clothes is functional, where I can wear this to work or a date.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it. We're just gonna close up. We're gonna wrap up. Thank you guys for listening. If you want more dating advice questions answered and some more dating advice, please subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, or YouTube. You can follow me on indifferent_D. Delaney, you don't have Twitter yet, right?
No, I don't have Twitter.
Yeah, you're too cool for that. And you can also subscribe to the blog itself, so you can get these written pieces of advice probably a week before you actually listen to this at dalvindifference.com. I'm Demetrius. He's Delaney. All right, everyone. Good luck out there. Bye.